go live on that side. So just wait a sec. By the way, do you want it to just be you? Just be you on screen? Like you full
It
screen?
doesn't matter. That'd be fine. Are we on right now? It looks like we're on.
Yep, we're getting on now.
Let me slide this chair over. Good evening, everybody. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. This is an emergency checkmate, and we're gonna get started. I'm not gonna keep you guys real long. I'm a little tired, a little winded, so I'm gonna have you guys smoke this CBD blunt, THCA blunt with me. All right, so here we go. Tonight's episode, we're gonna talk about the top 20, or what they say the top 20. Hang on, bear with me. Studio's still under construction, so just bear with me. Top 20 hip hop artists of the last 10 years, right? And we're just gonna dive right into it. This list right here, I just disagree with already, but we'll get started. Megan Thee Stallion. Uh, they have her on here, and they say that she's known for her sharp delivery and high energy in performances. I have to agree with the fact that Megan Thee Stallion is a very talented lyricist. Um, she definitely, when she first came out, she definitely had the bars um, and the look. So I think she could be on the list. JID, that's a rapper from out of Atlanta, and he's like a. It says here, uh, spearheaded the rise of Brooklyn. No, I'm sorry. Hailed as one of the best technical rappers of this new generation. Of the new generation, possibly, possibly. Of the new generation, possibly. Um, Sawyer, if you're there, can you pull these people up as I call them? Is that possible? Share your screen on it. So the last one was JID. He's from out of Atlanta. He's decent. He's decent, and I know they think he's uh, a very high level artist because they put him on a song. You know, he has a song with Eminem to where they're kind of going back and forth. You weren't able to pull him up. It says 40. Okay, uh, that's cool. So the next one, I don't know where they get these people from. It's unbelievable. I don't know who came up with this list. Pop Smoke. See, we can't get that a little bigger. Pop Smoke. I don't think he belongs on the list. They say he spearheaded the rise of Brooklyn drill rap in the late 2010s. That's inaccurate. If I'm not mistaken, Pop Smoke died early 2020s, no? But either way, I don't think I don't think he should be on this list. Pop Smoke only has one album release. Yeah, we could get rid of it, Sawyer. Oh, I can't really see it. I don't know if anyone else can. Let me blow this screen up. Maybe I'll see if I do that. But he has only one album release. Oh, that looks way better. Holy. This is what I've been missing? Oh my God. Oh my God, I've been playing around. Oh, okay. could use a haircut and everything. Okay, let's get back to work. This is much better. This is a much needed improvement. Um, Pop Smoke, one album. The album didn't come out until he passed away. He doesn't deserve to be on the list. Rest in peace, though. You know what I mean? And he's a very good artist. He had a lot of potential, but unfortunately, his life was cut short, and so was that potential. So there's a lesson inside of that, but we're not doing that tonight. The next person they have on the list, who the hell made this list? Okay, so I guess over the last 20 years, I guess this would be accurate. I'm an old man, so it's been that long. The next person on the list is Juice World. Uh, I don't think he deserves to be on the list either. I don't know if they're just putting people on the list because they passed away, but I don't think Juice World deserves to be on the list. I guarantee he only has maybe two albums. Maybe. Maybe two albums. And to me, to be considered the best, you would have had to have been, tested, battle tested. You would have had to have released albums and done well on full slated albums, you know. Um, and I don't think Juice World needs to be up there. All right, so let's move on to the next name. Now, this guy right here, I would say most certainly deserves to be on the list. And wait, before I go there, Juice World does have a hell of a following, and he did make a hell of an impact. I just don't think he should be on the top 20 bests, of the last 20 years, of the last 10 years. I got 10 years? Yeah, of the last 10 years. But maybe he is, because 10 years ain't that long. 10 years is not that long. Okay, so the next person on the list, Post Malone. Yes. If you just look at his body of work, man, what you're looking at is that's a Hall of Famer. Post Malone is a Hall of Famer, man. Like when he first came out, he did that melodic hip hop. Then he got into a little bit of that bounce hip hop, and then he got into the pop sound. Then he got into a little bit of the country, the folk stuff. Like, yeah, that looks much better. Um, Post Malone, yeah, he certainly deserves to be on the list. He's an amazing artist. Hell, I like pretty much every song he's ever put out. There's not one song that he's ever put out that I don't like. Like he's an amazing artist, amazing artist. So yeah, he deserves to be on the list. Little Uzi Vert. They say a key figure in the melodic emo rap subgenre. I have to agree. I'd have to agree. When it comes to emo rap, he's the king. He's the king. Um, and you can't even deny his hits. Like if he put a hit out, you're probably going to be riding around, not really paying attention to anything, driving wherever you're going with the radio on, and you're just going to be bobbing to some shit that you think is just like a song that they play at the mall, and it's him. Damn, that was him. Like this last song he has out, I didn't even really know it was him. And this is a song that I jam to just jamming. And it seems like, and I don't know if this is fact or not, but it seems as if, is it me or does every song that Little Uzi Vert put out sound like it's already been out? Is it me? Because like when that new song he has came on, bro, I know I heard that song in Victoria's Secret when I was doing those remediations up and down the East Coast for Victoria's Secret. Um, I feel like I heard that. I feel like I was listening to that song. I really do. So I don't know if he's pulling up old hits and regenerating them. I don't know if he's just molecular like that, but he deserves to be on the list. All right, next up, Tyler the Creator evolved into a creative force, winning multiple Grammys. Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah. Nah. I'm sorry. Boot his ass out of here. Him? Boot him out of here. Boot him out of here. There's nothing he could do to come back from he. There's one bar. There's one bar in this song he got called "Sticky" or something like that. It's getting sticky. There's one bar that this young man says that I already wasn't feeling him because of his public display of his decision to release his private life in public. If you're gonna release your private life in public, then you can't be upset with people who, once they hear the information, if they make their decision off of the information you gave. And that's kind of what I did. I gotta get some water. Don't go nowhere. Hang on. Tyler the Creator said he fell in love with one of his homeboys, some shit like that, or a producer or some weirdo shit like that. Um, get him out of here. Him, get him out of here. On the last song, he had a bar on that one song called Sticky. And this guy says, he says, he's that nigga and that bitch. Help me understand. Help me understand. He says he's that nigga and that bitch. Get him out of here, man. I'm not into the metrosexual stuff. I mean, I don't have, do your own thing, have your fun. But I hit fast forward on that one. No. Next up on the list, because Tyler Creator does not belong on that list. He can be on another list, but that list we're not reading out here. He might be on the Epstein's list, but this list he don't belong on. Next up, Cardi B. Yeah, Cardi B is one of the biggest artists of the last decade for sure. Not only the biggest female artist, just one of the biggest artists, period. And you can look at her last tour and see that hasn't wavered at all. I think she made 70 million on the last tour. And the thing is, you can't say you didn't hear about it. can't say it. Hell, you can't say you didn't hear about the album dropping when it dropped. He got DoorDash because she did a campaign with DoorDash. They were delivering her album. She definitely deserves to be on the list. Damn near twice. She almost deserves to be up there twice. All right, and you can't mention Cardi B being on the list without mentioning the Queen, Nicki Minaj. Over the last 10 years, you have to say in hip hop she's the queen. You have to. And if you're gonna put Cardi, it's disrespectful not to put Nicki. Nicki's huge. Nicki is huge, and those barbs are everywhere. I'm talking global, not just national. They're global. So she definitely deserves to be on the list. If anything, she's the queen. She's Queen A. She's Queen 1A, and Cardi B is Queen 2A. No. Nicki is Queen A. Cardi B is Queen B. Because Nicki has far too many albums for me to be just putting Cardi up there with her like that. I got more respect. So let me fix that. Nicki is the queen over the last 10 years, period. Because it takes heart to put out these projects and stand on them, and then to put them out multiple times. So that means she's battle tested. This is Cardi B's second album. No. This is Cardi B's first album. She's been in the game for almost 10 years, and this is her first album that she dropped. Cardi B's been dropping singles for damn near 10 years. Now tell me that ain't the recipe. But yeah, this list is very interesting. All right, let's move on. It's rather short, actually. So when we're finished with their list, we'll dig in a little more. We'll dig in some more. Um, Future. Future. Future definitely deserves to be on this list. Um, Ever since he's came out, man, he's dropped nothing but hits. I mean, he's dropped some stuff I don't listen to as well, but man, he's good collabing with people. He's good on an R&B feature. He's good on a street song. He's bona fide, man. He's bona fide. And then the thing is, it makes it even better for me is that not he's not a young dude. Like I believe he's definitely in his 40s, which draws in another audience, you know, because he's got the YNs listening. But with him being a little older and mature, he's going to draw in some of us older guys. Check it out too. I just don't support the whole lean promethazine stuff that that he promotes, and then to find out that he really doesn't. He's not like an addict or whatever. So if you're not an addict, in other words, if you're not addicted to this shit, you certainly shouldn't make a song about it, a positive song about it. Because if you like it so much, just go ahead and do it till you go to rehab, then sucker. So no, I don't think he should be promoting that. That was very good. That was one of those orange sherbet ice creams. I'm trying to pick my weight up because I'm on steroid pain medicine for my sciatica, and for some reason it makes you fucking hungry. And I feel like I beefed up a little bit too. And I've only been taking it for like 4 or 5, like 3 or 4 days, something like 3 or 4 days. And I'm brolic. But I'm super hungry though. I stay super hungry. All right, so let's see. Where we leave off? Future. Future. All right, so yeah, and he definitely deserves to be on the list. Um, Travis Scott. Do you like that? Do you like that kind of music? Do you actually think that Travis Scott um, is that talented? But I mean, now he makes a decent beat. His beat is okay. But my thing is, man, sometimes, man, when you make a hot beat, I don't always want to hear you rap on it. Damn, nigga, you just made the beat. Make a hot beat and let somebody else rap on it. And then maybe get one of their beats. Start a relationship with somebody like you. You know, you're a beat maker and you rap. Make the beat. Give it to your homeboy who rap and make beats. You give him a beat pack and he gives you a beat pack. And y'all rap on each other's beats. But stop rapping on your own beats. You just made it. Right? Yes, you're gonna have some songs that are hot when you rap on your own beats. But the majority of them are not gonna be because you don't get out of your body. You were you created the box that you put yourself in. You made that box. So I don't really like Travis Scott like that. But he's very influential, and over the last 10 years, you really can't find anybody who's done concert venues the way he's done them. You know, um, you also can't tell me that there's not a huge machine behind them. And they be talking about industry plants. They be naming different people. And I'm like, but what about this person? Where the hell did he come from? Why is he still so big? He don't even rap good. All right. But yeah, he deserves to be on the list. Travis Scott. And I think that's because it says he transformed live performances and established a massive cult following. That's a good reason to put him on the list. That's what I just said. I said it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, but I was just thinking about the beats. So that's kind of why I got on the Travis Scott thing. Now, oh shit. These next three guys, we all freaking know who these next three guys are. And these are the list that we have. I don't know where the list went, but those are they're saying those are the most influential people over the last 10 years. And here's I'm gonna give you the last three. J. Cole. J. Cole. Now, we got to give J. Cole some love because, of course, he's from the Carolinas, and he's from real close to here. He's from 30 minutes down the street from here, 40 minutes down the street from where I'm sitting at right now. Um, his lyrical tenacity is something of it's amazing. His wittiness, yo, it's like a classic, like a it's like a modern day Jay-Z or something. Hang on, like a modern day Jay-Z. I even like how he evolved into this like baby Jay-Z dude to this eccentric. I don't need no chains. I'm not with that. I like that. I think that that's incredible. There's not one blemish on J. Cole's record to me. Besides when he decided not to battle Kendrick. He dropped the whole LP and pulled the LP back. The LP was fire. And he was getting busy. He said some stuff. I wish I would have recorded it. But my thing is this. Kendrick said some pop shit about J. Cole on that diss track for Drake. And you barely couldn't even it just goes overlooked. He said Cole think he slick trying apologizing. And then that's when he got into the how Drake is colonizing and all of that. But it's in that bar. It's in that set of bars is where he get at J. Cole. When he said, Cole think he slick something apologizing. He just didn't dive in a lot on you. But when you like back in the days, man, if you're a bully and you beating people up, the one you know who ain't gonna fight back, most of the time they don't even beat them up. Just hold a hand up, give me your money. Kendrick was like, man, I'm not even gonna attack you, bro. Just give me your money. And that bothered me because J. Cole is a much better rapper by leaps and bounds. By leaps and bounds, he's a much better rapper. Much better. But he tapped out. And, he was buddy with Drake. And then when they attacked Drake, he won't so buddy. And I've never been one to go somewhere with somebody, hang out with somebody, and something pops off. And I deny those people that I got there with. Unfortunately, that's not how things roll. And there's been many people who died and got killed behind just because they was with another person and the shit popped off. But I didn't make the rules, but they are the rules. So no, J. Cole did not win any favor with me on that. But does he deserve to be on the list? Most certainly. Most certainly. Most certainly. The next one they got up there. Hang on. Okay. The next person they have up there, the next rapper, Kendrick Lamar. Now, the thing is, I went it says 1 from 1 to 13, but it's actually 13 to 1, And if you look at it, it's from the first one is the least influential, but then it goes down. All right, so Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Okay, you know what I'm going to do for this? No, 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 no. I'm going to do it this way. Mr. Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, if this message ever finds you, I would like to say that that was the most underhanded punk ass attack on a rapper that you could most possibly do. Okay, that was Kendrick. He let me know he did not like what I said. Okay, cool. It was it because nobody was expecting it. I'm pretty sure Drake wasn't expecting it. Um, and like if it's me, right, and I'm about to set it off on somebody, right? I'm not even gonna be on the track with nobody else because basically you're involving them, which I believe the other two people who were on the song didn't mind being involved, which caused the whole 20v1 against Drake. Kendrick Lamar set that off. Now let's think about this. How many people do you know? Let's not count this beef thing, right? Let's take that off the table right for right now. Prior to the beef, how many people do you know that ride around with an aux cord in their phone or their phone on Bluetooth listening to Kendrick Lamar? I'll wait. I'll wait. How many females you know pulling up on the way to the club, smelling good, looking good, car clean? They done got their baby daddy to wash their car, give them a couple of dollars. They clothes are straight. They rolling out. How many of them you know pulling up outside of that one song that he did, that love song, whatever, with the girl, whatever? I'm talking about just on a regular, pulling up with Kendrick Lamar bumping. And then what club? If they pulling up with Kendrick Lamar bumping, what club are they going to? The book club? I don't. I mean, is he a lyricist? He's certainly a lyricist. Is the fact that he's on the West Coast, does that make the lanes easier to travel? I would say yes, because there's not that many rappers on the West Coast that have been put on. And then the other ones that have, most of them that they do that hard gang rap, which a lot of people just ain't buying. So yeah, Kendrick Lamar is a sneaky little bastard, but he definitely deserves to be on the list because of his lyricism and the fact that without him, there's probably no West Coast rappers. I'm talking about today, not he pioneered anything. I'm talking about if you take Kendrick Lamar away right this second, the West Coast probably don't exist. I'm just keeping it funky. I'm just keeping it funky. Um, Now, we're gonna close this thing out at 12 o'clock, so it's about 6 more minutes. That way, I can get together with my intellectual partnership, my intellectual people, and process a few other things outside of social media and outside of this, and then bring it back to this once it's been completed. Because there's a lot of shows in the works, and I'm trying to get my equipment situated, my camera situated, because I declared war last night, and I have to stand on it. So All right, here we go. Finally, we came to the last name on the list, but we've already spoke on him a little bit, and that name is Drake. Mr. Aubrey Graham. Do I think Aubrey Graham deserves to be at the head of this list? I most certainly do. Um, Aubrey Graham Drake has been has been dropping hits since I want to say 2013, 2014. I think Young Money thing was 2012 or 13. Right after that, he spun off into his own thing. I think it took a year for the song to come out. So we'll say 2015, 2014. Ever since 2014/15, this dude has not missed. Of course, he's had a couple of songs here and there that I may not like, but he has not missed. He stayed consistent. He didn't do the Kendrick Lamar do an album, and we may not hear from Kendrick Lamar for another 5 years. Period. I think it's been 5 years since he dropped his last album. I'm not real sure, but it seems like it's been about 5 years. Drake never left like that over the last 2026, 12, 13 years. I say more like 11 to 12 years. But Drake's been out way longer than that. Drake's been out for 17 summers. Drake's been on for 17 fucking summers. That's 17 years. And right now they're saying this next album that Drake has coming out is his most important album of his career. Because they want to know how he's going to respond to losing the battle with Kendrick Lamar. I don't think he lost. I truly don't think he lost. But they're saying that Iceman is, the most important album of Drake's career because we need to see how he responds to the loss. I'd say they're a little bit late. He's been on for 17 years. This album is fairly important because hip hop needs him because there ain't shit out right now. So that's about as far as I would go as saying that this is the most important album because I don't even think he lost the battle. Kendrick had one little garbage ass song that kind of took off. But that song is garbage. The beat is garbage. DJ Mustard is garbage. And I'm going to leave it there. I ain't going to say the West Coast is garbage because I don't think the West Coast is garbage. But it's a whole lot of those niggas out there who rap out there on the West Coast. They garbage. They trash. They trash. They trash cuz. They trash blood. So yes, Drake definitely deserves to be at the top of the list. He's definitely put out nothing but hits for over 16 years, around 17 years. Drake, yeah. This has been Checkmate. I appreciate you joining us. I'll see you guys in the next couple of days or so, Lord willing, and we'll do this again. We won't be talking about hip hop. We'll be talking about something a little different, probably. But whatever it may be, whether I hold you guys for an hour, or hold you for 2 hours, or whatever, I'm gonna hold on to you. Hopefully, you'll be back. Thank you. you. Like and subscribe. See you.